Hey everyone, welcome back to Seekers of the Malediction. We have another battle report. This is the round two of the July TTS tournament, in which case I'm playing Morrida. Game one has already been uploaded, so go check that out if you haven't. This round I am up against Zog, and he is playing a Auric ramp deck, so playing two priests, or sorry, full priest and full totems with some attachments and kind of like mid to late game bigger units, ambushers, uh, commanders, battle masters, exemplar. So he's trying to pump out big units later in the game. So I think that in this matchup we're going to be the aggressor here. We need to be a little bit more aggressive. Um, so yeah, trying to place my husk a little bit more centrally so I can pick them up and get to him pretty quickly. So I talked about it last game. This is one of those hands, Stitch Corpse and Dead at Arms. This isn't the fast start I'm wanting, so I'm actually pitching it back, right? I don't want to Necromancy a Stitch Corpse and just have it kind of waddle up the field. So throw that back, get a much better hand here. We got 4 units that we can begin immediately pumping out. So exactly what we want to see here. Now, this hand is going to be a little bit difficult to get one of those early kills that we are looking for, so hopefully we draw something good. The one sideboard card I did bring in is that Dreadheart here. Typically, I don't main deck Dreadheart because I only really want to play it into like, Auric or, Thundersteps, maybe Vorindel even. Guys that are going to be in your face, hitting you really hard. It's good to just lock them down for a turn. So yeah, decided that one in. What did I take out? I'm trying to think. I do not recall what I took out. Oh, the Rippling Potential. Yeah, so Rippling Potential is in the deck. The only thing it can fetch is Telekinesis and Writhing Pains. So sometimes it's dead in hand, just because you'll draw both Telekinesis or both Writhing Pains before you can play it. But I do like the card a lot just because it's doing, pumping card advantage, which is exactly what Morta wants to try to do. So it's in there for like the base matchups, but then it's usually my first cut if I actually need to sideboard in anything. Debating what I want to actually deploy here first. Whatever I deploy, I want to go into the center and grab that middle husk. Um, Whereas the other one that's going is going to be taking 2 to 3 rounds, picking up this other husk, and then getting to the engagement there, unless he chooses to force the engagement down there. He does have a commander here with an ambusher, so I do need to be a little concerned that he like battle cries the ambusher, and then ambusher walks and then attacks and does like Valor's Command or something, and ends up like just decimating the skeleton archer. That would not be good. So a little cautious for this turn one. So he does battle commands just the ambusher, and then walks up to grab the other husk with the Warfront commander. He did get the 2 praying units down. I think in this deck it's like a 40% chance to do that. So I'm actually surprised here. He got the first hit. He's doing 4 damage a pop, and he plays Valor's Command. I'm surprised he didn't go for the second one. I think I would have gone for the second one instead of trying to pick up this husk. I think that would have put me down really bad if he would have popped that skeleton archer. So just like I was kind of afraid of, he did end up doing it. But yeah, so round two. All right, so we get the Writhing Pain, which is going to be really good here. To try to burst this ambusher down. That's essentially what we're looking for to set up the kill. And then I think he picked up the he has the reliquary, but the Aegis is up. Some else other defensive tech, and then the knight comes down, which is pretty painful here. Because now I can't kill that ambusher before I kill that knight. Essentially, is what's going to happen. Also, Martyr's Vexillum is up as well, so if that Warfront commander gets in here and just kind of pops that on him, that's going to be pretty painful as well. So, this is also something I always do to not give information, is if I'm ever proxying something to just see what's going on, and like see the range and thing like that. I'll grab a model that I don't actually want to deploy just so I'm not giving away information. Um, so in this case, like if he wants to think I have a Stitch Corpse in my hand, that's fine, but I'm actually not playing um, that. So yeah, I think I need to deploy something, and I think it's gonna be the Shade because I'm. Oh, it is the Dead at Arms. I'm surprised by that in hindsight. I think I would have liked to kept the Dead at Arms to try to give at least Swarm 1 to um, my Deadeye Archer in hindsight. Just because I know the Dead at Arms isn't going to get Swarm from himself, but I think also my concern was maybe I can persist some stuff and stick on the board because he does have quite a bit of damage right now, especially if he has additional spells in hand. So this ambusher can attack 3 times. If he has more spells, that's more, 4. And then if the Warfront, I don't think the Warfront commander can get over there this turn, but once he gets over there, that's just going to be a lot of damage coming out from this ambusher. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. I'm trying to figure out if I could TK the ambusher away from the knight to isolate him and then pop him. But I'm realizing I need 2 turns to do that because I can't cast TK and Writhing Pain in um, in the same activation, obviously. And if I go first, TK his ambusher, and then he's just going to run the knight right up there as well to try to pop it. So instead, I'm going to see if he tries to make a mistake and goes early with one of them, like bait him into seeing if his ambusher will go first and then double shooting, in which case then I can maybe TK the knight away and double kill it. I just, don't want him running away or doing anything, trying to isolate a unit here and just to remove either the knight or the ambusher. Obviously, the ambusher would be more ideal. So going with these early activations to try to do so. And then I also had the Shade in hand, which it would be nice if I could burn it to, turn a graze into nothing, give it a unit phasing. That would just try to get a little bit of extra value wherever I can. But he doesn't move. He is thinking about going with the ambusher. Oh no, I played Dreadheart on the Ambusher. I'm so silly, guys. I'm sorry. It's been a while. So yeah, he did go with the Ambusher, which was great. And then I Dreadhearted it. He can't attack. So he did kind of fall into a little bit of a trap there. And then I am going to. So now I'm deciding to. I'm attacking the knight, and I'm doing this for positioning because I want. I know I'm not, see I swung at the knight instead of the ambusher because I know he's going to run the knight up here to protect it. If he doesn't though, then I can pop the ambusher pretty easily. Is my thinking. Plus I'm engaging the totem now, so it can't pray unless it wants to get a retaliation, and also the knight is going to have to waste his activation to shift. Otherwise, I get a little bit of damage on it, which is exactly what I want to do. Squeeze out any bit of damage I can against the Dead at Arms. Or the knight just stands there and double swings on the Dead at Arms, which I'd be happy with as well. Because then I get the Writhing Pain double shot on the Ambusher. So he does opt to swing once on the Dead at Arms and then walk up, and I get to hit him, which is only another point of damage. But it at least gives me a chance to double hit kill this knight, which it would be ideal. Oh, actually, I forgot I had boots, so all kinds of moves here. So with the free move, I can get within 4, and then I'll be doing 6 on a hit and 4 on a graze. So I just need 1 hit to kill this Deadeye. So there's a graze and another graze. All right, so now I need this shade to come up and smack and kill. I didn't actually deploy this shade. I just was lining. It's a proxy right now to essentially make sure that my line of sight line is there to charge and hopefully hit this knight one time to kill it. That would be great. Um, all right, so going in, engaging both. Still doesn't do it, so I'm leaving it on one. That feels really bad. So I think I grazed this knight literally 1, 2, 3, 4 times. I just needed a hit on any one of them to kill it. But so I take the Veil Piercer here on this guy, thinking, okay, maybe I draw into an archer and I can pass it off, or something else. But I just need more damage. Like I'm the aggressor here. None of these defensive items are going to help me close out the game quicker before he can just start pumping out giant units. Um, so yeah, you gotta lean into being aggressive, and that's why I take the Veil Piercer, even though it's not that great on a Dead at Arms, only range 3. So he takes initiative here, which is not great. I can't really contest it with 2 3s though. So this archer is a little low, and honestly, I want my archer more than any of the other units on the board. It just has the best option to do damage and put damage where I want. So I'm passing the boots to this Disgraced Kinship, which will also turn on moving and onslaughting, but honestly, I just want him to leave my archer alone because that's the best source of damage I have right now. Auric's coming down the field, which is not great. He's just flush with Echo. 3 praying units now. Could have deployed Auric right off that totem, um, which I'm kind of surprised he didn't, to be honest with you. I guess he would be kind of jammed behind his own units, though, so maybe this is a better positioning. So now we have a Warfront commander with a bow on as well. I'm down to 3 Echo, holding on to this shade just because I want the defensive tech to be either able to fly or hopefully give something phasing just to stave off a little bit more damage and make my units a little bit more sticky. I'm going to kill this knight and I'm going to fetch a Stitch Corpse, so that should give me some more damage. So the shade just finishes it off. Immediately grab a Stitch Corpse and then shuffle. And then he's hitting the ambusher, gets a lucky hit there. So Auric comes up. I think this is mainly to just block off my Disgrace Kinship from getting in there to be able to free move with the boots and onslaught. I get a lucky 1 there. There's a couple times I think Auric rolls a 1, which I'm pretty happy about, obviously. Wouldn't have killed the shade though. I think the shade's on 6, yeah. So that was lucky. Went with the Stitch Corpse or the Archer, like I said, give it Swarm, so it's hitting for 5 or 3 to kill that ambusher, and a Husk comes down, thankfully. So now we can breathe a little bit, and now we'll be fighting over this Husk, which this Husk is in great position for me because I have small bases, so it's easier for me to fight around and engage multiple things. But his Exemplars, Angels, Sexatar, Battle Masters, any of those guys are going to have a harder time, especially with Auric already on the board in a position where he's kind of already blocking off anything from getting through. So. And I know in the past people have really knocked on the persist for not being good. This game, I think I persist like 5 or 6 times, guys, and it's just sucking up so many attacks. But yeah, so there's the first persist by that dead at arms, and I think that dead at arms like lives like another 2 rounds. It's ridiculous, just on 1 HP and just persisting. So even though I'm not getting activations on him, it's just essentially sucking up action points by my opponent. And I think there's a couple there, like this archer is going to persist as well, multiple rounds. So definitely getting full use out of persist as I'm swarming the board with units, and he just, it's hard to justify one tapping to take a unit off the board when you need to put damage and potentially kill other things as well. So this Warfront Commander, range 3, does have a bow on him. He's going to be able to make use of some of his attacks. Can't battle cry Auric. But yeah, I'm just seeing if I can get a guy back there to onslaught him. I can't. Um, so I do something pretty silly here and completely blank that he can deploy off of this engaged totem. So 4 units, sorry, 5 units on the board for him at this point. I'm feeling very comfortable. I can't I mean, he has so much echo, I think. Was he at 5 right now? But I don't think he's gone. Oh, he has gone with both of the praying units this turn. So I thought I was in a pretty good position here to just be even more aggressive and go all in. Um, but yeah, that was a pretty big mistake moving that guy in there, to be honest. And you'll see pretty closely. So with this last shade, I don't want to actually hit Auric. I don't want to let him do more damage. But I am just like hugging Auric to make sure he doesn't move. If I can keep Auric there for the rest of the game, that would be ideal. So that's my intent, and I'll just resummon these shades. I think the shades die like 2 or 3 times this game, but I literally just necromancy them out and then like bring them right back where they are. Um, so so I am at 33 right now, I believe. Yeah, 33. Need 7 more points. So if I can kill like a totem and a Warfront commander or something like that, like that's all I need to win. I don't expect to ever pick up this husk contesting there. They're just going to be way too much. Or maybe if I can just kill Auric himself, but I am conscious that the Aegis is right there, and he still has the Everkeeper of Reliquary. So just being conscious of that as well. Trying to figure out the best place or where I want to put this Stitch Corpse. I don't really want him, or not Stitch Corpse, Slush Ripper. I don't really want him killing this thing and doing a bunch of damage on my side of the board. So my thought is keep him out of range of Auric, and then I'm gonna just use his whole activation to loop around and stick him like right before, like behind the Warfront Commander, cut off any more models getting to the Warfront Commander and helping him, and just leave him in a position to just beat on the Warfront Commander or let him kill me and then explode on his models back here. Um, yeah, so here he's deploying a Custodian and a Warfront Commander, which is kind of not great. This Custodian has a helmet, so 2 hits here is going to kill this this guy. So I make the choice here to give him resistance, and because of that, I literally leave him on 2. Which, if I didn't do that on the first hit, I would have been left on 1, and he could have broken the helmet to, I believe, kill me. Maybe not, right? Because if I would have taken 5 on the first hit, and then 4 down to 6. Yeah, so 6 would have killed me if I did it on the second hit. So I'm glad I had the foresight to do it on the first one and not risk him trying to graze me. And then this guy just runs the hell away, because if he does end up killing him, I want to drop him in a place where I can pick him up with the husk and whatever, Morrida necromancy's out, essentially. So that was a big oopsie bringing him in there to try to deal with that totem and try to, I thought this was free points on the table. Completely wrong there. And I end up paying for it. So So luckily, this Dead at Arms actually with the Veil Piercer is in a perfect position to just sit here and shoot. Range 3 on the gun. He has Writhing Pain. He has Swarm 1 actually, so I don't even need the Stitch Corpse. So he's hitting for 4, 7, 9 right now on a hit, and 7 as on a graze, which is just that's a lot. Or sorry, 6 on a graze, and yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can do math, guys. Give me a minute. 6. Yep. So 6 on a graze, or yeah, 9 on a hit. That's how the numbers work out. Yeah, so I'm feeling pretty good about being able to kill Auric now, and especially because I have range units that I can bring to bear, and he can't make use of his counterattack. So he does end up swapping the Aegis, going to give him more defense and resistance 1. So that is going to make him, and I still don't want to hit with these shades essentially because the shades are just hitting for 2, and I don't know. Then he gets to hit them back and kill them, and I'm happy to just stretch this out maybe one more round. I think I have the time to do it, especially with this Flesh Ripper kind of getting in the way, not being able to have custodians run to help Auric, turn to graze or shut off damage or any if he deploys more knights. Feeling pretty good about that, and I feel like over with this Veil Piercer and another Archer, I think I can bring down Auric. And again, just showing the stickiness of like this is what tempo is. It's just removing any model is just extremely difficult. The phasing on the shades, the persists on the skeletons, the resistance that I can hand out on the stitch corpses makes everything extremely hard to kill. And if you do end up killing something, you're gonna just eventually just summon it back. So it's just about losing things slowly, right? I think things are going to die in Morta, but hopefully you're just not losing multiple units in the same go, and Morta can just keep on pumping them out. So I think he's opting to shoot to try to bring down my relic holder, or I can't remember who was he shooting. It's Graze, and then it's another Graze. Maybe he was just wait. I think I should have gotten 2 retaliation. Oh no, he didn't go with the Warfront commander. Who was he doing that on then? Oh, that was Auric going, just whiffing twice on a shade. So yeah, that's another unfortunate roll for him. Rolling like 3s and 4s, I think. Especially with the +2 attack from the Warfront commander, just completely whiffing on that shade there, which is pretty lucky. But I could have summoned it right back and just ran it right to the same spot. So he allows me to make a hit on the the Warfront commander, and I get a lucky crit. Yay for me. So dice definitely played a factor in this game, with him rolling pretty poorly and me getting some lucky crits. Shade dies. Oh, this is I didn't even realize this. So I did make a little bit of a misplay, but I think it came down to like activations and stuff. He was able to kill that shade. And I already summoned a Stitch Corpse back. That's kind of shambling up the board now. But I would have definitely liked to have waited to go with Morta to kill that. And I remember this turn thinking, all right, I have to keep this Deadeye Archer back because if he does kill that shade, he could pick up that husk. So you notice that as soon as his last activation went and he killed that shade, I moved the Archer into the shades, kind of the similar place where the shade was, only so that I could contest the relic. And now I would have been able to deploy something off of that Archer into Auric, but I didn't draw any units. So him deploying a priest here, which is a gun, which is actually pretty good here. So this is he's going to be used as an offensive priest here. He has first activation, going to try to kill this guy. So persist once, and then I forget how disembody works, to be honest with you. But yeah, so Actually, I'm not sure what happened there. What did happen there? People were rolling dice, but oh, and yeah, okay. So the skeleton should be at 1 HP, and I persisted it. And instead of killing it, he decided to shoot the dead at arms and persist that unit as well. So I didn't go and kill the totem, I guess. Um, so so at this point, I don't want Auric to move and take it to retaliation. So I'm utilizing the Stitch Corpse here to move in and hit Auric. 9, which will be a graze for 3, which is actually pretty lucky. So I'll do 2 damage to him. Because I don't want to hit him and have him be able to counterattack. So grazes that I can graze for more than 1 damage, pretty good here. So I'm going with the Veil Piercer guy, shooting Auric. He's going to Echo Sarsitan into a Valkyris Ward, I believe, to prevent all of it. And then second attack, 14. So bringing him down to 4, which will be, 14 is a hit, and then he'll bring him down to 4 damage. So doing 6 damage on a hit, down to 5. Priest is going, praying, and then I think he's going to finish off one of these guys. Yeah, he finishes off the dead at arms. So already this game, my persist count is on 3. I think I get 1 more persist, or maybe 2 throughout this game. Kind of surprised I bring back a dead at arms. I thought I brought back a shade to keep on running him into the Auric, but dead at arms can get there as well. So, oh, I think I brought back the dead at arms for more persist actually, because I realized that if Auric is going to double hit and kill something, I can at least persist with the dead at arms and lock him there for another turn. So, canceling the Rite of Healing, which is well timed. This guy just continuing to run away to, again, if he dies, Morrida can then just pick up the relic. Custodian doing a pretty cheeky shift here to get in position for the following round to help Auric so he can turn a hit to critical graze. And then I need to be able to contest the husk. I don't believe that Stitch Corpse is, so definitely not allowing him to pick up and get more points. So I can, again, mastery differential, big tiebreaker here for these TTS events, which are only around 3 rounds, so they'll be multiple undefeated. So using Disembody here to turn 1 hit to a graze after Auric goes and hits me a bunch, and then I walk away just to contest. I don't know why I actually chose to engage Auric. I think that was a bit of a misplay as well. Definitely should have just ran and contested the husk and not let Auric hit me. I'm just seeing if I move, if I can get into range of the Warfront Commander here to drop the husk. I can't, so I'm just going to wall up this Custodian 2 times that shifted through, rolling my guy at the same time. So that will be a miss, and then he hits me back, and then I get a hit, and I heal 2 back. So 7 damage done to him, I believe. Oh no, 6 because of the... actually, he marked 1 extra, unless I shot him with something else. He should be at 5. All right, so next round going here. And this sudden make is definitely going to seal the game here. Because now I'll be able to unmake the Warfront Commander, which should be a free kill on um, the the wow, what names, the commander, which will drop the husk for him, and then it should be set up a free kill on Auric, deploying this other archer as well in order to just put more damage into Auric. Or actually, the archer is in range as well to shoot this the Warfront commander, just in case something else comes in and needs it. He's dropping Sekatar, and he does have initiative right here, so I'm a little concerned because he could just pop a bunch of stuff and kill a bunch of things. Luckily, I am within range 3 of Auric, so if he chooses to bombard here, he is also killing Auric. And I have enough units and with necromancy and stuff that I should be able to run and pick up my own husk. So I'm not super duper concerned, but that was a pretty good pull and play by him. Um, and it's hard to predict exactly what he could do. I think he has one card in hand as well um, at this point. So he actually opted not to bombard shoot. So he's only just trying to drop this guy. And then so I don't have access to Veil Piercer now. I have to persist him, so that's persist number 4. Um, then I go with the Archer, unmake the Warfront Commander. He does something here because it's 5. Oh, he plays Ward of Valkyris, so that prevents 5, and then with the Aegis it brings him down to 1. I am within 4 inches, so I just need to not roll a 1, and then I do that. But it is a hit. He actually had an item as well, and the item could have prevented him if I grazed. So I actually did need to hit 1 time out of the 2 attacks. The FAQ was out by this point, but we chose to play by the normal rules because that's what the tournament started. I gave him the option. I didn't really care if the attachments, but he said he wanted. It's fine. We'll just play not by the FAQ with the errata rather for attachments getting mastery. So that's why my mastery is kind of high. I think I've destroyed 2 or 3 items at this point. So there's another persist there so having to waste second attack. So again, just getting a lot of value out of persist this game, keeping my relic holder alive, makes him waste 4 other attacks on units. And now we're just trying to go for maximum points. He is hitting me with the helm here to try to push me away. I don't think, because what does he have left? That was the Custodian. I don't think there's anything that's really left that can kill him. There is a Warfront Commander left. I don't think it can do enough damage. So I think I kill this Custodian, and then we call it game here, not picking up any other husks. We'll just let it play out. But yeah, I think that is. Oh no, what do I do? Oh, Custodian is moving. Not sure why. I thought it already went, but oh, he moved after he hit me away. And then at this point, yeah, I'm gonna just make sure I contest both husks and then kill this Custodian. Yep, so that's dead. And then I just move a. Oh, he prevented 2 damage. He realized, and now I kill it. And then yep, just double engage the husks, and yeah, there's nothing else you can do. So that's going to do it for this round. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. We'll do one more battle report for the 3rd round of the TTS, 2-0 right now. Hopefully I can take it going 3-0, as well as having the mastery differential for the tiebreaker. And then after that, we will do a deck review. Until next time, thank you.